You ever look back at your life and wonder how you're still standing? How you made it through the shame, the storms, the nights you almost gave up? I've been there. I've walked through seasons I wouldn't wish on anyone. But through it all, Jesus never gave up on me. And tonight, that's all I came to say. Thank you, Jesus, for not giving up on me.
Broken promises I swore I'd keep, falling down more times than I can count. I've prayed with one hand raised and the other hiding sin, and still you called my name again. When I ran from the truth, you followed me. When I lost myself, you came looking. You found me in the dark corners I thought you'd never go. You didn't walk away, you walked me home. Jesus, thank you for not giving up on me. When I lost faith, you still believed. When I turned my back, you stayed near. When I gave up hope, you whispered peace. Jesus, thank you for not giving up on me. There's a man I know who lost his way. Addiction stole his name and pride. He said, God, I've gone too far this time. But mercy said, you're still mine. And a mother raising kids alone felt unseen, unloved, unknown. But every tear she cried became a prayer, and somehow Jesus met her there. He never turned away the broken, never silenced the ashamed. He sat with sinners and washed the feet of the ones who'd soon betray his name. Jesus, thank you for not giving up on me. When I was faithless, you were faithful still. You carried me when I couldn't stand. You loved me when I couldn't love myself. Jesus, thank you for not giving up on me. Some people think grace is a second chance, but I've learned it's 1,000 chances wrapped in love. 'Cause if grace had an expiration date, I'd have been gone a long time ago. When I was too tired to pray, your spirit prayed for me. When I was too broken to believe, your word kept chasing me down. And somehow, even after every failure, every mistake, every backslide, you still call me beloved. To the one who feels unworthy, he still calls you his. To the one who failed again, his mercy didn't run out. To the one who lost everything, he's still your provider. To the one who buried a dream, he can raise it again. To the one who's drowning in guilt, the cross already covered it thinking it's too late for me. Child, if you're breathing, it's not too late, because Jesus doesn't give up on people like us. I've walked through hell with tears in my hands, screaming prayers you didn't seem to hear. But even silence had a purpose. You were teaching me to trust, not fear. And now I see your fingerprints on every scar I used to hide. Every no became protection, every heartbreak turned to light. Jesus, thank you for not giving up on me. You saw the worst and still chose me. You called me love when I called myself lost. You turned my story into grace. Jesus, thank you for not giving up on me. Well, thank you for mercy that never ends, for love that outlives my sin, for grace that keeps chasing me down. Jesus, thank you for not giving up on me. If every word I ever sing from here on was just thank you, it'd still never be enough. Because you've been patient when I wasn't. You've been kind when I couldn't be. You've been faithful when I failed. And that's why I'll keep singing. Jesus, thank you for not giving up on me. You ever cry so much you start running out of words? You ever sit in the dark asking God, how long? I've been there. I've had nights when my pillow was the only witness, and my prayers sounded like broken whispers. But looking back now, I realized every tear had purpose. Every heartbreak was building a story. And I can finally say, Jesus, you turned my tears into testimony. There was a season I didn't think I'd make it through. Pain in my chest, no strength to move. Every door shut, every friend gone. I said, Lord, what did I do wrong? But grace met me in the quiet, not in thunder, not in fire, just a still small voice that said, I'm still here, I never left. And somehow, little by little, hope started to breathe again. My tears watered seeds I didn't even know were growing. Jesus, you turned my tears into testimony. You turned my sorrow into song. You made the pain that tried to break me a story of how love held on. Every scar now shine with mercy. Every wound became a word of peace. Jesus, you turned my tears into testimony. I've Seen a brother lose everything, his home, his family, his name. He said, God, I can't take this anymore. But a few years later, I saw him on his feet again, feeding the hungry, praying for others, telling his story with a smile that said, God still restores. And a woman who buried her child too soon thought her faith had died too. But now she sings in church on Sundays, and every note she hits sounds like healing. That's what you do, Jesus. You don't waste pain, you redeem it, Jesus.
You turn tears
into testimony,
you turn joys for gain,
into strength. You turn my weakness into strength.
you make my midnight sing the morning.
You
You
gave
gave my heartbreak a name.
name's grace. Now I stand here, not because I'm perfect, but because you never gave up on me. Jesus, you turn my tears into testimony. See, there's power in the story you survived. The enemy tried to use my tears to drown me, but God used the same water to baptize me into new strength. Every sleepless night, every broken prayer was shaping me for something bigger than pain. Now when I speak, it's not from theory, it's from survival, because I've seen him heal what medicine couldn't. I've seen him bring peace to storms therapy couldn't touch. I've seen him turn ashes into altars. To the one who's crying tonight, he sees you. To the one who's tired of fighting, he's still fighting for you.
To the one who lost their way,
He's already found you. To the one who
buried their dream.
he can raise it
To
again.
the one who's carrying shame.
The cross already carried it first.
To the one who thinks it's over.
You're just in the middle of your testimony. I used to beg God to change my story. Now I thank him for writing it this way. 'Cause every time I tell it, somebody else finds hope again. What was meant to break me, built me. What was meant to silence me taught me to sing. And what I thought was the end was really just the beginning of grace.